This is going to start off as a close-up whisper video where I will just talk about things like, I apologize for the noise. I got everything set up and then sat down, and then the neighborhood kids just went outside and they scream a lot. So if it happens too much, I'll try my best to cut it down. There's only so much I can do. So it's going to start off as just a ramble kind of video, talking about just a couple things that have been going on with me, and then I'm going to go in, I guess, to some things that I have planned for some videos, and then I will just do a little bit of tapping, I guess. This is going to be, I guess, a really kind of, not really a random video, but it doesn't really have a direction. It's just a couple things that I figured I'd throw into a video. Okay. So, I'm going to just do a close-up whisper. Hopefully it'll work with the 3D microphone better than it normally does, though, because we shouldn't get our hopes up. So I'll just come in and I'll just whisper about a few things, okay?
So, the first thing is there have been a few sort of changes, I guess, in my life. Nothing incredibly huge or incredibly crazy or anything. I've been decently stressed the last
do in this video is just a couple things that I wanted to do. I have 2 wigs that I bought for, well, one of them I bought for the actual haircut roleplay, but the other one I bought because, as you can see, I cut my hair. It is up in a half ponytail right now, so it's in a headband, but you can see how short it is. And I hate it. And I guess just on a whim, I decided to buy a wig that I thought was kind of similar to my hair. And there goes an airplane. Sorry. But I don't think it looks natural enough, so I figured I wouldn't use it in real life. I might put it on. It might be kind of weird though, without a wig cap. Let's see. It's so much. Sorry. That was my door shaking. I hate that. I don't know why it does that. It shakes like that in the middle of the night. If anybody shuts a door anywhere else in the house. Oh, it's so scary. But, I can't do it. I forgot I was wearing a headband. I feel like it's too thick, even when I mess with it and actually get it on my head correctly. I feel like it's like I bought it specifically because I thought I have very thin hair, and I thought this wig looked pretty thin, and it's layered, I guess is what it is. But it's really thick up here, and that's not what my hair looks like at all, so I tried flattening it down, and it does look a little more natural when it's flatter, but I don't know how to do that. Plus the top, I think, doesn't look incredibly realistic, but I may keep this one for myself. I may use it in another haircut roleplay. See if I can take it off without. But like, if this one doesn't work out for me in the future, if I just still feel like wearing it, or don't feel like wearing it ever, then I may do another haircut roleplay with it. And the second wig I bought specifically for the roleplay, and I bought it because it was decently cheap, but it's super long. It's a cosplay wig. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be for a particular character. I can't even find it, but it's okay. That's the bottom, and then that's the top. So if I were to put it on, and I could, but I'm not gonna stand up and show it. It's all tangled up. It probably would go down to, I think, my hips. It is pretty long. But this is the one that I'm going to be using for the haircut roleplay. It's got really long bangs. I'll have to figure something out with it. I just got it because it was really cheap. Because I figured I was going to be destroying it anyway. I didn't want something too expensive. But it's actually really soft. I was surprised how soft it was. Tangles really easy. That's probably because I just throw it on the floor when I'm done messing with it. But I'm waiting on one more item, and I can't guarantee how long it might take for me to get this filmed, because I am still in school and I don't want to fail this semester. So I'll probably be filming this spa roleplay in increments item that I'm waiting for the haircut roleplay. I may do that, and then I will later on do maybe the facial and then the scalp massage. That's another thing that I thought the wig would be good for too, was for a scalp massage, because it does, when I put it on and I scratch it, it does sound very realistic. My only concern with that is the microphone I have, because I do want it to be 3D sounding, but I don't know if this microphone would work well for that. I mean, I'll still do it anyway, because I know a lot of people will still enjoy it, whether it's 3D or not. But I'm just waiting on one more thing, and then when I get time, I will be able to film it. But I only have school for another month, till the end of April, so that's that. Those are those wigs. Those crazy wigs. Actually, meant to do this. Ooh. I want to bite it off the stick, but I'm worried that might be too loud. Or too crazy. Because I don't want to hold a stick. So if you'll give me just a moment, I will soon have bitten this off the stick. Okay, I bit a portion off. The next thing, I guess I just felt like talking about was color. Oops. I don't know if a lot of you know what this is, but I love it to death. And I don't know a lot about hair color. I know it's a lot more complicated than it seems, like with, I guess, how things balance each other out, or how hair dyes are affected by other hair dyes, or, whatever. It's a lot more complicated than it seems. But I love this. It is it's hair color remover, and it's not the same as bleach. In fact, it says it's ammonia free and bleach free, and I think it's sulfur based. I don't know if that's the active ingredient or sulfite, sodium hydrosulfite. Sodium. I'm taking chemistry. I'm trying to hydrosulfite. I don't remember what a hydro means on the front of it. Maybe it means it's just mixed with water. That can't be right. But as you can tell, I don't pay attention in my chemistry class. But because it's got, I guess, I'm assuming it's sulfur based, it has this terrible smell. It's like rotten eggs. You know that smell. It smells like something else, but I'm not gonna say. I think it smells like rotten eggs and oranges mixed together, which is weird, but it doesn't smell good, basically. And the problem with it, it's not like, well, it stays on you is the problem. That's why I'm dyeing it today, or using it. It's not dye. I shouldn't have said that, but I'm going to use it on my hair today because I have nowhere to be until Monday. So, excuse me, I thought I silenced it. Sorry. I'm gonna make sure it's silenced. Dang, it's super loud. But that's why I decided to do it today. And what it does is it'll take the hair dye out of your hair without really damaging it, because doesn't have the bleach or the ammonia, which are damaging. And because it doesn't have bleach in it, it's not a bleach. It basically just takes the pigment out of your hair. And it's advertised as, like on the back, as this being your original hair color, your natural hair color. Then you dyed it this, and you decided you didn't like it, and then you use color oops and it looks the same. And I want to say that's not true, because color oops does recognize that. Like, it will only look that way if you have never dyed your hair before, and you've never done anything to it before. Then you dyed it, and then use color oops, because hair dyes use like box hair dyes. I don't know about if it's different for in a salon, but box hair dyes use peroxide, and this one doesn't have peroxide. I was just checking, but hair dyes use peroxide, which actually lightens the hair and takes the pigment out of it, of whatever hair you have, which is why if, like me, the first time I ever used this was a few years ago, and it was after I had dyed my hair like maybe 15 different times with different colors. And when I use this, my hair is naturally like a really ugly brown color. After I used this, it was blonde, like strawberry blonde. And that's because all the peroxide from all the dyes I had used had lightened my natural hair color. Or the hair that was on my head. It obviously didn't change, my genes, but it does work really well, I think. And I'm gonna use it today because I dyed my hair a while ago, and it came out kind of funny. I'm not sure what it's gonna do, because I have lost track of, like, since I cut it especially, which parts of my hair have been dyed however many times. I know the roots are there and they've been dyed once, but I'm gonna try and see what comes out. I kind of just want to get all the dye out of my hair and start fresh. But we will see how that works. I do recommend this to anybody. I just feel like talking about it for a little bit. So, if you ever dye your hair a crazy, well, I don't think it works on crazy unnatural colors like blue or purple or anything like that, because of the way that the dye is chemically, but it works on like natural colored hair dyes. For example, a long time ago, I dyed my hair black, and I wanted to get it out, and I didn't know about this, and I just bleached it like 4 times. Surprisingly, it didn't damage my hair that much. I've heard horror stories, and I would not recommend. It was 4 times in one night. I will say that. We had to keep going back to the store. I'm incredibly surprised that it didn't do anything to it. And it just turned my hair orange, which is what you'd expect, I guess. At the time, I didn't know. If I had just used this, everything would have been fine, but I didn't know about it. So, the only thing bad is really the smell, and if you've dyed your hair more than once or bleached it or anything, it's not going to take you back to your original color. But that's really it. The other thing about it is that you really have to rinse it out. When you rinse it out, it rinses out clear, so you don't really know. Like with hair dye, you rinse it until it becomes clear, but this is always clear when you rinse it out, so you can't really say. I would say rinse it for at least 20 minutes, 20 to 30, because if you don't rinse it very well, your color will just come back, the hair dye. It has to do with how this affects the hair dye molecules chemically. I'm not going to go into that, knowing too much about that, but that's color oops. Maybe I'll do it and I'll just briefly show what my hair looks like after I do it later today. So that's that. The last thing for this crazy video is I was just gonna tap on my phone a little bit. I was also gonna show a game that I play. I always think phone screens sound really nice when you tap them. This is a Samsung Galaxy S3. I just got it maybe, I don't know, like a month ago. I remember like the same week that I got it, they announced the Samsung Galaxy S4. So that's when I got this phone. But, well, I forgot I silenced it. But the game that I don't know why I'm showing it. I guess it's because I'm addicted to it. It's called Bouncy Ball, I guess. On the like on the app icon, it's called Bounce Ball. So I don't know. And it's basically this little game where I'm on this level, this world. Easy. You're this little bouncing ball that you can see, and what you do is if you tap on the side of the screen, the ball will move that way, and you're basically trying to collect all these little stars, and trying to avoid basically everything that's on this screen, because this is so far in the game. It's very difficult. I'm going to be able to play it like this because it's really hard, but basically you just move throughout the level. And if you need a game that really wastes your time and really makes you angry, this is the game. But I'm really addicted to it. It's just, I feel like the physics in the game isn't always consistent, so it drives me crazy. I do like it a lot, but I'm gonna tap, I guess, a little bit more on that. I think that sounds good. pointless video. I hate to be like that, but it really was pointless. But I enjoyed making it. I hope you enjoy it, at least a little bit. And I will see you hopefully in my spa roleplay. Maybe I'll put another video out before that though, so I'll see you then. Okay. This is what the color oops did to my hair. And it actually looks more brown in the camera. It's really... I wasn't expecting it to go this light. It's almost blonde, kind of gingery color, like orange, reddish auburn kind of color, just really light. It's also really brassy and really warm. I was expecting the brassiness. Color Oops has always made my hair brassy, but I wasn't expecting it to go this light. But I'm going to leave it for a day because although I rinsed it out for very, very long, about 15 minutes, it may darken up just a little bit. I'm going to see what it does, and I might, I don't want to dye it, but I might try some things with it, and I'm not going to tell you what that is because it's a secret, but don't let this scare you if you think it's too light or too brassy. This video is turning into a commercial for Color Oops. I really like it. I think it's really good because I don't think it damages your hair much. My hair feels fine. It doesn't have all those like bleach and stuff in it, so it really gets the color out really well. Like better than bleach ever could. So but really, if you've only dyed your hair once and you use Color Oops and you've done nothing else to it ever before that, it should go back to your regular color. My issue is how much I've dyed it, and I've bleached it too recently. So that's what it becomes. I also wasn't watching it. I wasn't paying attention to it when I did it. But really, if you have hair dye to get out of your hair, Color Oops is good. The only thing I have to say about it is when you re-dye it, I'm not going to preach it right now because I just don't want to waste your time, but be very careful when you re-dye it because your hair is much more porous and it will take hair dye a lot easier. So I think Color Oops recommends, if you're going to re-dye it, first use a color filler or something like that. I don't know what that is. You'll have to look that up if you don't know. And buying a hair dye that's like 1 or 2 shades lighter and like a little bit warmer than the shade that you actually want, because it will be. And I have done that, and that is true. So